guys, what's going on? Kurt Capper here with another US dollar update for you. And recently we've had Janet Yellen testifying before Congress. We got the weak CPI report coming out today, and as a result of all this, you've got mainstream media talking about how the dollar's down, dollar's weak, etc. But this has been something that I've been telling you guys all along, going back to the beginning of May when I first started putting out this video series about what the dollar's doing, what the dollar's telling us. So shouldn't be a surprise to anybody that's been following that the dollar is down and still has room to continue moving lower. So the fact that today's action is only confirming that comes as no surprise, because if you go back and look when we first started discussing it here in the beginning of May, right, we had this breakdown below the 25.50 level, and as I noted at that time, that was a key area of support that we were violating. And since then we have continued to fall throughout the last several months. Now, it's not to say it hasn't been without its pauses and retracements, but that's normal price action. That's what you expect in a healthy trend overall. So here we are now, earlier this week consolidating, and then today getting the gap down with that, again, the weak CPI report, among other factors. And the area that I've been targeting here, at least for a short-term pause, is the 24.50 level, which we're sitting just above right now. And given the way in which price is coming down into this area, I believe this is only going to be a short-term pause, with ultimately price coming down towards the $24 area before really having to dig its heels in and try and stabilize. Because if we look at the weekly chart, you'll see that this is a long-term level of support. So again, as you can see, given this weekly chart, the 24.50 level aligns with that 200 MA, which is again what we had been talking about. It also lines up with the support. So that's the first level that you should see some kind of more significant bounce or stabilization occur off of. However, I do believe that we continue through the 200 MA on our way down to test the 24 level, which is the 2016 low. All right, so I think we're coming down to test last year's low, and then depending on how things play out, we could even be looking at a move even further down from there. And just to project that out, what that might look like, I mean, we do have a little support down here around 22.5, even maybe a little higher around 23, so 23 to 22.5. Not saying we get there here at this point, but we'll have to see what kind of action we're getting when we come down to this 24 level, because that will then dictate what happens going forward. So again, all of this analysis, you don't need the news, you don't need stochastics, fib retracements, trend lines, whatever it is. All you need is an understanding of price action in combination with support and resistance and the trend. And if you have that, you would have been able to see back here when I first started talking about it that this break of that 25.50 level was going to produce a move down to 24.50 and then possibly even lower to this 24 level that we're looking at here now. So that's all you need. The news, it just has a way of confirming what's already seen in the charts. Okay? If you can read the charts, you don't need anything else. Now, that's not to say you should be ignorant of the news. You have to be aware of what's going on, but you should not be reliant on the news as your source for trading decisions. All you need is an understanding of fear and greed, right? Support and resistance. That is what is ultimately going to lead to you being a successful trader. And that's what we provide you with, the tools to make these decisions on an ongoing basis here at T3 Live. So just to recap here, again, we're coming down to the 24.50 short-term pause area. If we go back to the daily, you can see that we're on our way into that area. And given the way we're coming down here, I believe that we continue heading down towards 24. So of course, I will continue to provide this video series to you as new information is provided to us, as new things happen, and levels of both support and resistance are traded above, right? Because I'm not just going to continue to bring you videos that confirm what I'm saying. I'm going to bring you videos that say, hey, you know what? This is changing, right? We need to be aware of this new information. I'm not saying that I have a crystal ball, but what I do have is a very objective approach to what's happening, and I have no problem changing my bias based on new information that's provided to me. And I will provide you with that information as well as this video series continues. So with that, hope you guys are having a great trading week, and we'll talk to you again soon.